This is going to be my most controversial opinion to date, but I do not believe in spiritual healing journeys going into these deep trauma solving, trauma healing trips. Essentially, the more kind of depressing versions of Eat, Pray, Love. I'm saying this from the perspective of someone who's done a lot of internal work. But I feel like these days people almost take a perverse pleasure in these kind of trauma healing sessions. And I'm here to say that you don't need them. I have a friend who's a very successful entrepreneur, went to one of the top universities in Europe, and she decided to abandon her company, abandon her entire life to go on one of these healing journeys. And long story short, it was a disaster. I also personally have tried to do something similar. Of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't practice yoga, that you shouldn't travel the world. But when I say kind of these trauma healing journeys, I am basically talking about people who affirm all day long. And I already have several TikToks and videos about why I don't believe in robotic affirmations. And frankly, I don't know about you, but I have a life to live. I have a life of passion, of hope, and excitement. And I am way too busy to be affirming all day. These kind of healing journeys have kind of become like a procrastination slash pastime slash excuse for a lot of people. And even the literature in academia has come out that these talking sessions to your psychotherapist or your psychologist or psychiatrist aren't actually as helpful as implementing techniques like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, meditation. And in my view, for someone who's as busy as I am, and for a lot of other successful, healthy, and happy people that I know, the most that we do with affirmations is nighttime affirmations. And I've mentioned this YouTuber in the past before called Dylan James, and his nighttime affirmations, essentially, you just have it playing in the background when you go to sleep. And that is the most I would recommend in terms of doing anything related to affirmations. Manifesting is not a trying process. And holding on to your identity as a trauma victim, and again, I'm not invalidating the pain and suffering and struggles that you've gone through. Trust me, I'm a human too, and I've been through extremely hard times. But if you identify always as a trauma victim, as a victim of anything, you are not being the operant power. You are reliving that trauma identity over and over again. And a lot of times, if you look back, the way that you see things looking back is completely different from how it actually happened. Again, I'm not invalidating people's suffering, but even Bashar says that at every moment, this moment, this moment, this moment, at every new moment, you are changing. You are a new person at this instance, and now you are a different person. The only thing that is keeping your trauma alive is you. It's the laziness. It's the procrastination to actually doing what actually works. You're prolonging your suffering by constantly ruminating over it, affirming when you should be busy living your life. Be busy enjoying your life. Your life is meant to be enjoyed. That in itself is kind of an assumption as well. Going to this whole topic of law of assumption that is so popular in the spiritual and manifestation community, step into the new version of you at every instance, like now, Replace these time wasting spiritual healing journeys with proactive action. And this is why I love Bashar, because even though, to be honest, I don't actually know or believe fully that he's channeling this entity. And it doesn't matter because his formula is so simple. At every given moment, follow your highest passion to the greatest extent possible without any expectation, and keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that. And when things happen that are not according to plan, when quote unquote negative things happen, always assume that is happening for your highest good. Stop replaying the past, your old identity, your quote unquote traumas, and step into the new you. It really is as easy as just dropping it. You realize it's not helpful to you. You realize there are limiting beliefs. Don't go on this spiritual healing journey telling all your friends and boyfriends or girlfriends and family and friends and their parents and everyone about what you don't want to experience over and over again. Spend time on what you actually want to do and enjoy your life. I know I'm being borderline repetitive now, but I really have to constantly remind you guys. And I mean this in the kindest way possible. This is Jess, again with Manifest with Jess, and I wish you love, abundance, health, and wealth. I'm loving the questions that I'm getting in the comment section, so keep them coming.